It is March 15th, 2022. I just got off the phone with the school district in the area that is running some kind, they call it DOE, but I had it on the phone call. I verified. I'm like, just want to make sure New York City, it's Department of Education, because there is a DOE elsewhere, which is Department of Energy, and it has nothing to do, one has nothing to do with the other, which they confirmed. I had a call into a number 765-444-2589. There was a PIN, which was 684-684-303. I came up with Google for Indiana, whatever that means. There was a parent advocate, Carmen Figueroa. I have her number here. Barbara Picos was a problem. They kept insinuating, and Barbara Picos got herself into a mental tizzy. Now, I don't know if this is behavioral modification and interference with, like, radio static. I mean, in order to just aggravate the F out of me. But whatever she was encoded with this morning as, like, a puppet, she went into this idiot loop of idiom, where it was a continuous, like, worried about, like, shitbag 1975, worried about 1975, worried about 1975. And then she even said Terra Billy. And I'm like, Terra Billy? Yeah, he's the one on Terra Billing. He's the problem. I'm not worried about him. Focus on my son. I'm here. This is my son's IEP. That's what we're here to focus on. Stay on topic. And she just couldn't help herself. And finally, I said, you are violating my constitutional rights and my son's constitutional rights. I genetically created him in my stomach. I pushed him out. I am the one who wakes up with him every day. I'm the one who puts him to bed every day. I am the one who walks him to school. I am the one who picks him up. And I am the one who does homework with him every night. I am the only parent on record of importance to this kid. Focus. What do I need to know on the IEP? And so finally, after I said something about violating my constitutional rights and violating my son's constitutional rights, they finally dropped it. And then they went with, so optics wasn't a fucking problem. And then they went with giving me some of, like, the important factors. Now, what I found out, I mean, in this is sociopathic. This is absolutely a disgusting, I mean, you want to talk about human rights being violated? That would be mine and my son's. The fact that here, I said there's no science. They said, right, there's no science. So now it's PS31Q is the school. There's a District 26, and then there's a DOE NYC, which is not to be confused with DOE District 11, which is a different district for a totally different purpose at non-child related, more adult related. Then they were talking about something called a cluster. Again, this is like their sorority language, for lack of a better word. I'm not educated by the Department of Education, and I find them incredibly, like, horrible to work with. They said that now that there's some coding and gaming person, Miss Westhall, who handles computer science. I'm like, so are they learning coding? Because if you talk to an EMS specialist and you say that someone coded, that means somebody died. The word code means that they died anywhere in emergency management services inside of the United States of North America. I've heard it referenced on the nightly news. I've heard it referenced in the field. I've heard it referenced when I was on clinical. When you code, you ask for a crash cart. They've mentioned it on TV producer land. But now they have coding on computers inside the public arena, and they're teaching the kids. They call it gaming. At what point does human services get involved? I don't think teaching the children how to change genetic code and to cause coding in the EMS type of a way is such a good thing to promote in any educational setting. But yet it's going on. And my kid is being punished because I know of such things, and I'm bringing it to light that I'm upset about it inside New York. So now, I don't know what to do because his educational progress and what he has access to is so pathetic and sociologically and pathology. I'm like, what is this kid going to be prepared for? Like the reading I mean, it's pretty much kindergarten in fourth grade. I mean, his spelling is absolutely atrocious. I mean, I don't want to go into it because I don't want to sell my kid short for his future. However, what they're doing should be against human rights. I mean, and she even said it's for educational research. What the F does that mean? So you're researching on my kid to see what his pathetic ability to cognitively interact with this disgusting environment is? After you've already violated his human rights, his constitutional rights, his mother's rights, and held me here for years. You violated my mom's rights, all while furthering what agenda exactly? I'm just curious because I really don't see a purpose in humanity, period, especially at this level. Research or not, like, this is disgusting. I'm not, like, tolerant of this. I'm not all right with any of this. I don't know how to change any of it, though. And so I was on my phone inside my private whatever while taking the IEP meeting because I was denied access to a face-to-face meeting, which I would have preferred. How I handled my son Benjamin's IEP back in 99, or by the time he got to school, it was probably 2001, 2002. I used to like face-to-face meetings, so at least they got to know me. This time, it was via phone call because I wasn't allowed in the meeting because I will not take their pokes, their sticks, their shots in order. I'm not into funding domestic terrorism. I'm not into promoting domestic terrorism or any of their rackets and racketeering. I'm not all right with any of it. And I don't know how to get it shut down or people to properly investigate the right problem people that are here. But what I will say is that this particular District 26 and the funding going directly to PS31Q, they don't have an orchestra director. My son didn't even have an opportunity to learn the violin. Why is that exactly? He's benediction. He's prefect. His genetic comes from a long line of incredibly uber important people from elsewhere. That's a fact. I said so much on the phone call. I said, do you know what benediction is? They had no idea. I didn't expect them to know. But I allowed them to know that I was the girl with the pearl earring, as is my son, by genetic lineage and heritage. The school psychologist said he never mentioned it. I said, for me, I know that. But I wanted it on recorded line. So this way, it's a carry forward. And on my record and his, for just how poor the care has been here and the neglect that the two of us have suffered while having to try to figure out a way to keep ourselves in some form of participation, but safely at a distance of we did not participate in racketeering and aiding and abetting terrorists and growing their education inside of and allowing them to participate. I mean, I'm outnumbered, as is my sons, all four of them. I don't know what to do about it. I don't know who to go to for help. There was an Vice Admiral William Houston today last night on the World News Tonight. He is U.S.Navy. I'm in the Garden of America, North America continent, with a flag. That's where my sons were born. That's where I was born. And it's been increasingly difficult to not to just participate in a safe manner. Let's just put it that way. I don't know how to actively participate with them. There's just so many overlaying factors and trip wires, and it's like landmines everywhere you go. It's such a horrific scenario inside the interior, and I don't know who to ask for help. It's star 1978, star 8378, Nicole Cattaruzza. It's Earth, Solar System, Milky Way, Universe, Galaxy is broken, and it's Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361.